We're back with Dustin from Happy Harry's. This time we're going to talk about wine pairings to go with your holiday meal.
And Dustin, so what do you have for us? I mean, there's like a whole variety, and people are having turkey, different types of meats. So where do we begin?
It depends on, what your guests, what their experiences are. Do they just like Moscato, something sweet, or do they like just dry red Cabernets?
Yes.
I kind of brought an assortment of things
Yeah,
that go
you
with
did.
different food
Thank
pairings and
you.
different palates. The thing that I always tell people is, if you're not very adventurous and you're kind of in a bind, go with what you like.
Okay.
Because what you like to drink will be perfect with your
Sure.
Thanksgiving meal. So, first couple things I have over here, I have the VC Prosecco. So that, again, mimosas, or just sipping with dinner. It's just a nice, clean, fresh Italian sparkling wine.
Okay, that's
very
what these
affordable.
are.
The next one is the Chandon. That one right there.
This one, okay.
That's
yes.
the Blanc de Pinot Noir from Napa. Now Chandon makes Moet Chandon, which is Dom Perignon. So they have a French winery in Champagne, and they have one in Napa. This one here retails for around $21. It is just a beautiful, pretty sparkling wine. Has just a gentle pink hue to it, soft bubbles. It's not bone dry, but it's dry enough. It really is.
I can almost
wine.
taste it.
Yeah.
You're describing this.
You love wine. I know. We
I do
were
love
talking
wine,
about
yeah.
this. Ashley loves her wine.
Perfect.
Kidding.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
we
Not
got
like
the right
that.
setup
Just-
here.
We're joking, of course.
But it's just if you want to step up your game a little bit but not break the bank,
Right.
that
Okay.
Chandon Blanc de Pinot Noir is absolute
okay.
beauty.
I wouldn't have thought about a champagne with your turkey.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it just it cuts a lot of the different textures and flavors. A couple of sweet options. The Chateau Ste. Michelle Gewürztraminer. Gewürztraminers are kind of have fallen by the wayside because people are excited about Moscato or Moscato d'Asti or Riesling. But Gewürztraminers are sweet like a Riesling. They have a little complexity. Think of a little pumpkin spice, maybe a little nutmeg, just gentle pumpkin
Really?
pie flavors.
Well, that's
But very
perfect.
gentle, so don't think you're going to drink a pumpkin pie. Very nice. And then the Terra d'Oro Moscato, if you want to have a nicer Moscato with a little bit more depth of flavor. The Terra d'Oro is just absolutely beautiful.
I think a lot of people like Moscato for that sweetness.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a great toe in the water wine. If somebody doesn't drink wine,
Yeah.
you give them Moscato, they're like, oh, this is good.
Right.
And see, that's too sweet for me.
Yeah, and me
Just
as
too
well.
sweet,
But it's a
yeah.
good gateway into welcome to the world of wine.
Of wine, yeah.
And really, when you think of, with turkey, you're going with something white, right?
Right, and unless maybe you're going to smoke your turkey, you're going to do
Okay.
a Cajun turkey. You might say, I might need to, mix it up a bit because that white could get crushed by those spicy flavors. So
Okay,
it
that's
depends
good
on
to know.
not only what you're cooking, but how you're cooking it.
All right.
Over on the dry side
why we
here,
need you.
Yes.
The dry side, this is good.
This is the dry side here. So the first one is a Natalie Vargo Pinot Grigio. Just a very pretty, clean white wine. I call it the water white wine. There's not a lot of body to it. It kind of is a nice transition from sweet white wine drinkers to welcome to the world of white, dry white wines. Very nice, very clean, great with any kind of Thanksgiving entree you'd have.
That's good, because I like drier. So
Yeah,
I'm
so
like-
this is your spectrum
I
over
usually
here.
do
There
red,
it is.
so this is
Okay.
good to know.
Yeah.
The next one is a Chardonnay. Now, I love Chardonnays. This is the Moonlit Harvest from Wente. This one is going to have flavors of a little butter, maybe a hint of butterscotch, maybe a pop of Granny Smith apple. I love Chardonnays with Thanksgiving dinner. Gravy, mashed potatoes,
That's what I always
stuffing.
think of,
Yep.
I guess, is a Chardonnay.
Yep. So that one is an absolute beauty. If you want to have a red, this Louis Jadot Beaujolais Village from France is just a really pretty soft red wine. It allows people that don't like reds to at least experience a red without all that crushing tannins and structure to it.
Yeah.
It literally has this bright, light cherry flavor to it. Very soft finish. A great kind of toe in the water for red wine. The next one is a Pinot Noir. So if you're doing ham or turkey, because you're going to have cranberries and things, this goes well with turkey. This is the Coppola Pinot Noir. It's really nice. Little plum, little Bing cherry, little hint of cedar, all packaged together in this nice little mouthfeel for any kind of food pairing that it would involve ham, turkey. If you're doing smoked salmon or something like that. The next one, this is one of my favorites this year. This is from Decoy, from Duckhorn.
Oh, yes.
Now, Decoy's been around for about 20 years. It was a brand that was designed by Duckhorn to let people appreciate their wines in a lower price point.
Sure.
They just released this limited line, which is a
Really?
little bit more than the traditional Decoy. This Napa Cab is absolutely gorgeous. It's just juicy and rich. It's very balanced. If you're having prime rib or steaks or some red meats, this wine and that are perfect.
Okay.
And carry it over to after dinner, sitting by the fire.
Right.
It's just a good,
Ooh, yeah.
good savory sipper.
And honestly, I mean, like, you're going to have family probably for Thanksgiving, so you're going to have more than just turkey. So some of these other meals that you're talking about, this would all be fantastic. And price points all over? I mean, what
They're
are you
kind of all over.
thinking?
Most of them are under 20. The Decoy Limited is 27.
Sure.
And I kind of went back and forth. I always like to give a good value, and there's tons of great value reds.
Yeah.
But if you're going to spend the money on a prime rib or some really great cuts of steak, you know, $27 for a Cabernet that literally drinks like a $50 Cabernet is well worth it. So.
Okay.
Let's not forget the rosé.
And the rosé.
yes.
So this is such a good utility player because if you're having ham, it goes great. If you're having turkey, it goes great. If you're having something with spice, it goes great.
Oh.
Dry rosés are really fresh and crisp, especially from France. They're very elegant. If you have heat, it cuts the heat. It gives a little quenching of that.
I didn't know that. I love that.
Yeah.
The information that you have about, I mean, this is why we definitely need you. And you can find all like cards and things like that. When you get into Happy Harry's, it talks about pairing and what to pair it with. Does it do that a little bit?
We have some of those materials out. Sometimes they get, sometimes the winery ones are a little bit clumsy and they romanticize a little bit more than they should.
Okay.
So, you know, ask us if you have a
Ask
question
questions,
and we'll certainly
absolutely.
tend to take you through.
Well, thank you, Dustin. Love this.
Yeah.
This is great. Can't wait to have you back for the holidays too. So.
I'll be here.
And there's a sale going on.
I won't forget the ice. Yeah, the
You're at
penny,
the sale.
penny wine sale runs through December 1st.
Okay.
All right, thank you,
Very
Dustin.
cool.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right, coming up on today's show, sticking with the holiday theme, the Festival of Trees is now on display at the Vargo Dome. We'll hear about it next.